Hey guys, and welcome back to Melvina's Therapy Hairs Arms. I know I said this was going to be going up yesterday, but it was late at that point and I was tired. Quick disclaimer. I just knocked something over. Quick disclaimer, we have officially set up Cat and Turtle Gaming. I have the intro up, and post your questions down here because Tuesday I'm going to be setting up an art Q&A. Tuesday or Thursday, not Wednesday, because I'm busy then. And yes, I hope you all enjoy the dub. A few days earlier. Why did you let her leave? You're supposed to help her, not drive her even more insane than she already is. Aren't you gonna do anything? At least you could have prescribed some pills to remove that shit from her head. Isn't that what psychiatrists do? What should I do? How the hell do I? The unhappy one is like a parasite, increasingly more demanding to the host, feeding on any hint of joy that may remain within, preventing the host from growing. Melvina, what do you mean by that? That house! Janet can be inside! They're not hairs, they are arms. I was so wrong. It was never the place. They are not hairs, they are arms. Fuck! Finally found you. What's wrong with you? I've been looking for you more than an hour. You act like a crazy person. What are you doing here alone? I was seeking a source, but I found my reflection in the mirror. I was wrong. I never slept in this place. They've always slept inside me. And now they are awakening once again. Gina! They are not hairs, they are arms. Whew. Whew. Fuck. That terrifying image spurred Owen into action. Without wasting one more second, he stood and bolted, running from that room, from Gina. Owen tore his leg open in the fall and he screamed in pain. He wanted to run from that place, but the pain worsened with each step. He couldn't let her catch up with him. He had to find some place to hide. The burrow seemed to scream within the depths, echoing with the thunder. Desperate, he let himself be swallowed by it. A flash of light illuminated it, and Owen went even deeper into the grotto. Without expecting it, Owen found a tunnel opening beneath him, falling into the depths of the burrow. He screamed again and again, destroyed by pain, desperately trying to stand. With hardly any strength left, he pulled out his bag and felt inside, searching for something. The flame of the lighter made clear the terrible reality. Now he understood. The reason Gina came back tormented after that school trip wasn't because she had witnessed something, but because she had done something. She was responsible for the disappearance of her friends. Possibly when finding out that she had committed the murders, she rejected her true nature and locked up her memories. Owen always had looked for absolute perfection in himself and in those around him, only fighting dissatisfaction over time. Perhaps if he hadn't pressed his intolerance onto his partner and had accepted her as she was, if he hadn't forced her to face what she didn't want to face at a key point in their relationship, perhaps then the hares wouldn't have awakened, claiming their next victim. Behind all his demands, what was really under it all was a fear that he constantly failed to appease. In fact, for that reason, the patient to diagnose had always been him. And there you have it. I think I'm going to wrap up this episode. I know it's kind of short. I'll read the explanation because I know a few of you guys might want it. I'll just use my normal voice for this one. Thanks so much for reading. I would like to share some of the secrets in this first chapter. You may have questions. It's normal. This webtoon used a lot of symbolism in telling the story. I think you'll enjoy these details and give you a deeper look into the story. Here we go. 1. Memories. The panel with Gina's vision foreshadowing and foreshadows what will happen in upcoming pages. These flashbacks are the hair door, Gina's reflection in the mirror, and her dead friends. 2. References. There are a couple of references in this chapter. The carpet is from the movie The Shining. Lake Wungo doesn't exist, but Lake Mungo does, and it's one of my favorite movies. I had to create Gina's scene in front of the mirror, so I took some inspiration from the Blair Witch Project. 3. Bedroom doors. This was a house intended for elementary school trips, which is why each bedroom is represented by an animal. You remember when Gina said, "I was so wrong, it was never the place." With that strange sentence, Gina meant that this house is not special. It's not haunted, nor is the forest. She's the only one responsible for what happened. 4. Why is she a monster? Gina's origin is not the story I was showing in this chapter. The only thing we know is that she was a monster when she was a child, and she hid that monstrosity because she felt guilt over killing her friends. Maybe this was her true nature from the beginning. 5. The birds and the doll. The birds on Gina's t-shirt has a meaning. When the chapter begins, Gina is insecure and withdrawn. Then she goes to find the source of her issue. The birds appear on her clothing. With those birds, I wanted to convey her desire to fly, to be free. When she gets into the bedroom, we can see a doll, and there are birds on her dress, too. With this scene, and I want to express that Gina finally found the link to her past, her origin, and the doll may even be hers. I know that's a bit much, but I enjoy these little secrets. 6. The falling face. Gina's transformation symbolizes her rediscovery of her true nature. And she has been wearing a mask all her life, and when she found the mirror, she remembered her nature and the mask fell. 7. The monster. To draw the monster, I took inspiration from MRI face photos. Google it. I think they're very scary. And this is the real face inside us. 8. Owen. Owen is very insistent that Gina solves her problem. Why? When the story begins, we read, according to Owen, she was easily startled to the point that as she had embarrassed him in front of his friends. Owen is not worried about Gina. He's worried about having a perfect life. Gina is not the perfect girl he had thought, so he forced her to change. What happens when you force someone too far? It could rebound. In this case, Gina embraced her true nature, and Owen had to run. 9. Melvina. But Owen is not as perfect as he thought. He had a real problem, fear of not having the perfect life he wanted, and Melvina knew this. Gina! Aren't you going to do anything? At least you could have prescribed some pills to remove that shit from her head. Isn't that what psychiatrists do? What should I do now? How the hell do I? The unhappy one is like a parasite. She had discovered Owen's issue, and she used it for her own purposes. She helped Gina embrace her true nature, and Gina killed the parasite. And the needle at the end of the story? this is a clue about Melvina's story. We will learn more about this in later chapters. 10 next. Something new is coming. And that's it. Yeah, the next one is accurately described chairs. Because wheelchair foreshadowing. Anyways, I will probably Friday I'm going to be starting a cute series, an adorable series for all the pussies. Yeah. And see you guys later. Make good choices, stay cool, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.